Alright, we're back with another install here. This is basically like the part 2 to the intake install. This is the turbo outlet from CTS. So this is gonna replace the plastic one that's already in there. From factory, should hopefully give us better airflow and hopefully more intake noises. That's what I'm hoping for. But the major thing is just to get better airflow over the restrictive plastic one that the factory installs. So with the CTS intake, this should make it 10 times easier to get back to the turbo inlet pipe. So first thing we're going to start doing is take your map sensor, again, grade tab up, press the tab down, and it slides out just like that. Put that there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to loosen up the 2 clamps in the back that actually go into the turbo inlet pipe, and then just kind of just leave the intake on the side just so it's easier, so I don't have to undo everything. I'm going to go back here, loosen this up. I am using a flathead to loosen these clamps up. So get the first one loose, slide this up here. And then I'm just going to wiggle this out. Probably take the vacuum hose off just so it's a little easier. Pull that vacuum hose off. Just leave it kind of hanging here. Put our intake to the side. Now with the intake tubing off, I'm going to reach down here and undo this last clamp. Just loosen enough to get this off here. It should slide right off. Down here is your actual turbo inlet pipe. And just put a rag in there just so nothing falls in. So all you have is the PCV hose back there. You can use a small pick or like a screwdriver to get it out. There's also a T30 back there, and then you just rotate it clockwise and it pops right out. Here, I'm going to actually take off the T30. It's right back there. Let's see if I can focus in on it. Right back there. I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to turn it clockwise, and then we'll get the actual hose off so we have more room. Grab our ratchet here, get down to this teeth. T30 doesn't come all the way out, so now you can turn it clockwise and slide your inlet pipe off. Stuck in something here. Alright, so there's that. So now I can kind of just wiggle it off there. We are going to take a 4mm Allen, and with the Allen heads here, we're going to loosen them half a turn just so it has a little bit more movement. There you go, half a turn. Just so this has a little bit more play to move around. Reinstall the inlet pipe here, slide it in, and to get it in, once you get it in here, you turn it counterclockwise. The turbo inlet pipe in now, we are going to tighten up that T30. I'm going to start it by hand here so we don't force it in because you don't want to cross thread it here. Now that I feel that it's going in, grab our ratchet here. Okay, that's tight. Now I'm just going to make sure by hand here. Cool. Alright, that's in. Now we have to tighten those 4mm Allen bolts. Tighten up those 4mm. The Allen bolts. PCV hose back on here. Make sure it's in all the way, clicked, perfect. We're gonna grab our silicone tubing that goes off the inlet pipe here, slide it back on. We have our clamp. Let's go tighten this back up. I'll put the rest of our, actually I'm gonna put on the hose first onto the actual intake here. Make sure I don't lose that. Slide this back on. Tube slides in. Last and final step here. Grab our nav, slide it in, slide the clip down, locks in place, and there's that. Just to give you guys a better view of your new beautiful CTS Turbo Inlet Pipe that you're upgrading from this plastic puny restrictive piece here. Now you have maximum airflow with all your CTS products. Now all we have to do is hit the street, see if it made any sound differences. Hopefully the in-cabin noise and the external noise when you're doing flybys and whatnot is louder. If not, either way, we have better airflow than the stock system itself.